Good afternoon. I'm sorry. Good evening. Oh, I'm sorry. Good morning. Oh, I'm sorry. What time is it during the day? It's your time. You're up and you're coming here to see what I have to say. I'm going to tell you right now in this video, there ain't much. I've been hitting, my videos are just not uploading. I don't know what it is, but we're going to start with finger signs. Here's a peace sign. Now, if I put this thumb up over here, it's too low. But if I put this finger up here, would you say this is a V5? Peace says 5. When you say bullshit, you have 2 in between. Would these be the posts that are holding up these 2 for a field goal? You're holding up finger number 2 and finger number 5. 2 and by 5 is 10. 2 and 5 is 7. We actually have Jesus Christ. When you hold up the sign for peace, you're holding up creation. 2 and 3, because you can't part without the other. Do you want to see what happens when I pull this finger down? I can't actually get that finger up straight. That's the way it goes up. But the minute I put this one up, the other one can stand up. But I have problems with my fingers anyways. So there's this, and then there's 11-11, because I can do this with my fingers. Or I can do this with my fingers, 13. Or I can do this with my fingers, 13. But it's not 13 because I got the 2 at the end. It's the 3 in the middle. A and E, B, C, D, B, E, C, E, D, E. 9. I know it's all stupid, but that's what this video is about, because everything I do is retarded. It's ridiculous. It's insane. But if you look deep down into it, I know it makes sense. When we go and talk about cats and dogs, the French language talking about cat is all about number 4. Talking about the tortoise or the turtle is talking about number 14, or talking about number 74, or talking about number 94. Because in French, 14 is 14, 74 is 60, which means soft, or 60. 14, 14, tours is the teen. In English, T-E-E-N is 20, 5, 5, and 14. E and E is the 5, 5. 14 is the 14th letter in the alphabet. 1 and 4 is 5. 2, 5, 5, 5. 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. Times 2 is 250. So what does that mean? What does it mean, 250? 250. 250s make $1. 10 by 10 is 100. 250s is 100. Just like saying in French, I did a video saying 80, which is cat, saying 4, and 20, saying 20. 4 20s, or 420, 4 and 20. We went over this because 420, the total of 420 divided by 4 is 105. Add 1 to 14, or ace to ace, that equals 105. Multiply it by 4 is 420. When you have 52 cards in the deck and you add up every single point from ace, okay, until king, not counting the ace twice, you have 91 in each suit. 4 91s is 364. And that's the Indian moons, like I did in the previous video. 364 days. And you have how many moons? 13. Or 3 times 64 is 192. And that's a communication of our entry of probably the DNA, the birth, whatever it is. I can tell you right now, I am so sure, or such an idiot, that I'm so blind to not seeing the actual truth of whether or not anything I'm doing is actually real. But for me, it is. So we have 4, 14, 24, 34, 44, 40, 64, 74, 84, 94. 104 is Casino War, where the ace, as the first card, is no longer counted and counted only as the 14th card, which is the 13th card, but now we're starting at 2. When you say Y2K, it's because when you're in Casino War in this world, you're starting at the deuce, and you finish at the K. The Y is the ace. It's the split between the first beginning ace and the last ace. The first ace and the last ace is 15. And we have 15 pull balls on the table, plus the cue ball. So what we're going to do is over here. 4, 14. 24, 34, 44. Well, let's not count this. 64. 74 is 68, 14. We say 14 here, we say 14 here, and on 94 we say 14. 104 or 10-4 would be the CB codes, and 114 would be moon, or the pig's pregnancy, which is 333, which is to remind you. Okay, I'm going to try and remember this. Okay, When you say Canes, the first three letters is this, which says who. When you say four, okay, quatre, you're actually saying what. Anyways, let's get back to the numbers. 74 down here at the bottom, 14, and 94. Each of them in French say 14, 14, 14, equaling to 42. 4286, and that's the world we're in. That's 86 is the 14th cycle. 8 by 6 is space for the world we are in. That's the sequence of numbers we're in right now, and you can tell by the president, and you can tell by the 47th Super Bowl times 88 or 80, which would bring it up to 3760, the time that Jesus was born. And then if you'd add 43, like 123 times 47, and that's basically year 2021, but it doesn't matter. Take off 7, add on 7, that's the time period we're in. You have to always play more and less in order to begin and end the cycle. Don't forget, if I say that's it, we're in 2012, does that mean we're beginning the year? We haven't completed. But when you go 0 to 1 and you're in year 2, you've only completed 1 year. When the year ends, it's year 1, but in all actuality, you start the year with 1, but there hasn't been a day that's passed that's 1 at all. So what you do is 74, 94, and I'm going to show it to you on this side over here. 14 equals 5, 44 equals 4, 74 equals 2, bed. If you add 4, 4, and 4, it's 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 7 and 4 is 11, plus 1 is 12. 7 and 9 is 16, plus 1 is 17. 1 and 7 is 8. C and H, creation heaven. 3 and 8 makes 11, which would be the 3 red and 11 ball red and pull. They would connect together. Or a total of 182, which is the cycle of the moon. Creation heaven and moon time, the period of time, the spirit of the moon. The moon is a lot that attracts to us. And this is all about 14, that's done 3 times. Now if you add 14, 3 times it's 42. 3 times 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. You have 33, the creation of the Christ. What is the Christ? It's an energy. It's more than an energy. First of all, it became a real person, and I call it the yellow banana energy that comes from the lightning of this world, bringing in the energy from the outside to the inside. There's got to be a repetition about a real Christ and then an energy of Christ. There's got to be a separation and the same thing, because our energy comes into here, and we feel it in vibrations. We don't know what it is. I had a coincidence. So the other things about that is also canes, which is 15. Which we get it at 15, which is canes. We get it at 75, it's a soixante, which says 60 canes. And then we get it at 95, 80 canes. 3 by 15, 5, 5, and 5 equals to 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 3 times this equals 36, the creation of the angel resident. 5, the passage of. When you add up 15 or 75 and 95, you have 170. Plus 15 is 185, which is matrix. 8 by 5 is 40, and 8 plus 5 is 13 equals 53. And I've said this so many times, I don't even know where I'm going with this. What a boring, shitty video. 15, it's the number of eggs, the letter 0, an egg tray. When you get an egg tray, there's 30 eggs in an egg tray, which says 0 and 0 equals to 30. And then you can start going 1 times 5, because it's 15, and 1 plus 5 equals 11. Spirit, angel, and man. But it's doing it by 1. And equal to 11, because you're going into 1 series, and 1 doesn't multiply anything. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals 11, which is the same relevance as the 2 times 3 and 2 plus 3 equals 11. You have 11, 11. One of them from 1 and 5, the other one from 2 and 3. 1, 5 is 6, 2, 3 is 5, and again, you have 11, 11. I'm trying to see where else we are. If we just jump on here to RDP, these are all the letters where the D hops inside. We have a double D, the R and the P come together because it's an upper class. You see on the top is the only place. R has a leg on it, which is like the same leg as they have in the Q letter. My video disappeared. So when you add them together, R and P equals 34, which is, again, 4 plus 3, 4 times 3 is 19. It's AC/DC. It's the communication from the spirit level, not the soul level. If I'm right, I think spirit is solid and soul would be striped in the pool game. Another thing is if you take a look at the design over here, this is from the roulette. You see the way it points out to show like a Greek way of spelling the D with the point? The same thing over here. Well, this is the angle it picks up, which is over here, 10, 11, and 13. 10 and 13, MJ, Michael Jordan, number 23, 13, and 10. 23 plus 11 is 33, 34. And then we have 34 for the R letter and the P letter, which extends out of this shape over here. I've talked about Hines before. Letters that just forget about the E, but I and H turn into each other, N and Z turn into each other, and the added addition of the vowels or of the letters equal to 57 of Hines 57. There's a lot of words that are E-I-N. When you say Keynes, you have E-I-N inside of it. There's a lot of word with E-I-N in Einstein. E-I-N, S-T-E-I-N. I'm going to stop now, and I'm going to come back on in a minute. And I'm really not happy with the video because I definitely didn't get to tell you all the things. There's just so much. There's just so much. And I'm alone. And how can I don't want to convince anybody or force anybody. I got to explain it to you so you can see it yourself. And another thing about 8 in heaven and everything's great is when you're going into sports and you want to give a high five, you're putting up 5, but you're only giving 4 because you hit high five like this. The thumbs are free, right? You don't come up and hit high five like this. You hit a 10. When you go by the guy, you hit a 5. The wing is on this side. His wing's on the other side. That's a high 8. Hiatus. There's just so many things. I'm going to show you something small with the moon. 13 is the letter. 1 and 3 is 4. 15 is the letter. 1 and 5 is 6. 1 and 5 is 6. N, 5. When we reverse it, we get 9339. Gold bond medicated. Peyton Manning in the commercial, number 93. Highway 93 over Herbert Hoover Dam. Herbert Hoover, the 31st president. 13 presidents later, Barack Obama, number 44. The word is space and action. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4. If you keep on going, we'll build the chess game, right? But we also get the letters of Delphi and Philadelphia. So P and H and 44 and 4 plus 4 equal to Philadelphia. And if I keep on going, I have to explain to you where the I comes in. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 of the 4s equal to 5 and 4, which equals to that 9 in Philadelphia. The 4 equals to the D, and the 1 equals to the A. And that's all you need to do, because PH and PH comes out in Philadelphia with 1, 4 and 4, 1. Just look it up online. Put, what is it, 4, 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, or 4, 1, 1, 4, Sesame Street. And it's me right there, ABC, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. Anyways, I'm going to show you something. If you're interested to see this, or you're interested to see this, in the numbers cycle, once you get to the 13 in a row, add them up in cards, equals 91, 440 Barack Obama. There's so many things that keep touching, but if you don't watch all the videos, and if they don't all upload, and I can't explain it like a person, then there's no way anybody's going to understand. But I will tell you what I do believe, is it's all about George, and in 2 days from now, we're on the countdown into the next Hebrew New Year, 688. 6 times 8 times 8. If I remember correctly, is 64, and 6 is 384. And we are into the year of George, which is the electricity year. That's what I call it. It's all about the gold, the precious metals, blah, 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 that come out of your mouth. Watch what you say. Your words have value. We're going to end it right here. I'm not sure how great this video was to you, but I will tell you one thing. I'm live. I don't have any real commercials that are on here. and I'll answer any questions that I possibly could work out in numbers. It doesn't mean I'm going to have the definition right on the spot. I'm not a Johnny on the spot. You know what I'm saying? And we all know we repeat John and John this and John that and John wrote this and baptized John and we got to go to the bathroom, so we go to the John, and we're a jack of all trades. And don't forget, there's also letters like this: J for Jack, Q for Queen, or Q for 4, quatre, D for Dan, or D for dix, which means 10, or D for 2, which means deux, which is 2, or Dieu, which is God. Is there a God? For me, there's a matrix God. What it is the holy creator of whatever this was pumped into a machine. Even your fate is in a machine. Everyone is worked out. We all have our own vibrations. We all make our own choices. So we'll all work out in fate. So for now, thank you for watching. Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. We are into the last 390 odd days to where I think what is going to happen? The world will wake up and smell the coffee and see the truth that is coming upon us, whatever that truth might be. You'll see that there's a matrix world, things that'll seem like magic. It's because our eyes weren't made to see certain things, and our eyes are made to see certain things. We were made to understand if we look out for what we're looking for. Thank you for watching.